Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada. Om Ganganapate Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwaraha Guru Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sarva Mangala Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadike Sharanitrambake Devi Narayani Namosute Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Mahalakshmi Rupena Samstita Namaste Se Namaste Se Namaste Se Namo Namaha Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Shri Hanumanji Maharaj Ki Jai. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 10th of November 2025. I want to offer my prostrations, Anantakoti Namaskar, to all the great sages and to Bhagavan residing in the heart of every single being. With that prarthana, we are continuing to examine Ishwar Pranidhan. Ishwar Pranidhan is one of the extraordinary qualities in Ashtanga Yoga, and we're connecting that into the state of living liberation as well as unbroken love for God. That is Prema Bhakti, Prem Lakshana Bhakti. That is our attempt here. So I offer my prostrations to all the great sages for their blessings and to Bhagavan so that we can actually reach such an extraordinary state. Now, having said this, to continue from yesterday, we were talking about something called Iccha Shakti. You know, Iccha Shakti is my desire. It's the wanting of the me, wanting of the I. That is the inherent power of volition and desire. Volition means free will. So the word volition means that I want. This is called volition. Volition means I want, and then there's desire, of course. So desire is a word that we use. The word is Iccha. Iccha is a very interesting word in Sanskrit because it refers to the wanting. In English we will say wanting, craving, longing, hankering after, the demand for a particular experience. All of this comes in the word Iccha. All of this comes in the word Iccha. So Iccha is motivation, wanting, desire, longing. Without Iccha, there is no activity that we can perform through this body. Right? So Iccha is a very interesting word. And as far as spiritual evolution, adhyatmic anubhav, Bhagwan ka anubhav, Atma ka anubhav. This word Iccha, the state of Iccha needs to be really seen for what it actually is. We always talk about ego and me and ahankar. These are words we use. Well, sab theek hai, that's all right to use those words. But to really actually get into pranidhan, which is the 100% offering of oneself meaning the mind, body, soul, everything, manovritti, antakaran vritti, at the feet of Paramatma. This is what Mirabai did. Mirabai, Tulsidas Ji, Premanand Swami, bade sant, Maharashtra mein sant, Bengal mein sant, everywhere, throughout the entire Sanatan Dharma. Wherever and whenever one has offered completely oneself at the feet of Paramatma, that is where the Shakti energy that is inside Iccha is no longer damaged. बहुत ध्यान रखना इस point पर. The Shakti inside Iccha is called Iccha Shakti. And what Ahankar does, Ahankar is such that it damages that Shakti. How? It damages it by trying to expand the experience that one is wanting. It damages it also. It also damages it by trying to suppress Iccha. This is a very tricky thing to understand. But थोड़ा बहुत ध्यान रखना इस point पर. The suppression of Iccha and the indulgence into Iccha, overindulgence and over suppression versus indulgence, both are going to damage Shakti. And this is the problem. Bhagavad Gita teaches this point absolutely beautifully. Many verses are there. Suppression of Iccha is not going to help us. It will rebound, it will bounce back, it will twist, turn, grow, it will cause internal fragmentation, difficulty. We have seen that. Even Vachanamrut mein bhi bahut likha hai on this point. In all scriptures, it's not in psychology, field of psychology, it is called oscillation effect. People with addiction problems, they relapse again, between control and suppression. Control becomes suppression and then they indulge. So this is called oscillation. This oscillation is one of the major expressions of the binding in Maya. If you have questions or comments, you feel free to ask. I'm happy to. I just don't want to divert too much. I would prefer that you hold until 9 o'clock. But if you want to ask something, it's all right. It's not a problem. बहुत ध्यान रखना इस point पर. And we want to see, I'm telling myself more than anybody else really, that we have to pay attention on what is actually happening inside our life, inside our internal space. This swinging back and forth is a very serious problem. And the swinging back and forth damages Shakti, distorts Shakti, it funnels and concentrates Shakti in a way that it is actually destabilizing our chakra system, our Kundalini Shakti. There's a lot of problems in this. This is one of the central problems in the entire human civilization. That is the damage to Iccha Shakti. So to understand clearly, this is Sachin's prarthana to all of you online with so much love and affection. You are coming every day. बहुत कृपा है भगवान की, बाकी ये नहीं हो सकता. पर आप ऐसी एक प्रार्थना है, हम अंतर में से ऐसी प्रार्थना है, this एवी प्रार्थना है in Gujarati we say, if there is even the slightest idea that is not clear, write it down, ask about it, we will discuss it and get it clarified. This is the whole point of doing satsang together. We want, and the answers are all available. We'll find if Sachin doesn't have the answer, I'll get it for you somehow. 100%. We'll get it one way or the other. The answer will come. And so the mental clarity should be there. Spashtikaran. In Gujarati we say spashtikaran. It should be spashta hona chahiye. Clarity honi chahiye. Clear hona chahiye. Ye oscillation kya hai? What is this oscillation? What is meant by Iccha? What is meant by Shakti? Understand the concept, and then the sthiti, Brahmi sthiti, the higher consciousness is what does that look like? Uska bhi visualization hona chahiye. बड़े-बड़े संतों की ऐसी स्थिति होती है. And then how to move from one dimension to another. These are the 3 points. So let's go very carefully here. The damage to the Iccha Shakti is because of suppression and indulgence. When there is no suppression and no indulgence, there is Ananda. That is right in the middle of the two. Right in the middle. That middle point, the discovery of that center point is Sthita Prajna. Discovery, that's what Gita is teaching us, Shri Krishna. The discovery of that center point is Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita Namastasya, 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 Namo Namah. It is a self-discovery through Upasana, through Guru Krupa, through Seva, through scriptural Manan Chintan. It is a discovery, it is one's own discovery. Okay, this is my center point. This is the center point where the oscillation is not present in a way that is damaging, distorting, and causing confabulation of Shakti. सब शक्ति का ही गेम है इसमें. हम जो बोलते हैं माया का बंधन क्या है? इच्छा शक्ति का डैमेज. The damage to Iccha Shakti is the bandhan of Maya. And the damage, now understand this, in suppression means that I want to have that gulab jam, that jalebi, that ice cream, whatever. You can use anything for that. That's t-shirt or shirts or cars or homes. Or I want. That is ahankar, that is me, wanting, craving, longing for. Isn't it so? I want this, and I want this, and I want this. Okay, all right. The wanting, that is called Iccha. Very interesting. If we didn't have that, how would we live? Think about it for a moment. Let's break it down. If we didn't have any Iccha, how does a person live in this world? How can you even take a breath? The desire to even live is called jijivisha in Sanskrit, another term. That वो भी एक प्रकार की इच्छा है कि जीना है. That is a force, the desire to survive. It's in the primitive part of the brain, inside the limbic system of the brain. It is instinctual. We will protect ourselves, protect others also, our children, family. So the ego, the ahankar, it exists at certain levels, and it has to exist. If you do not protect yourself, protect the body, protect the mind, etc., then we cannot survive in this world the way the world is. Even animals have that. Even a small ant, it wants to live at all costs. Because why is that? It is identified with the body that it is in, that this body is me, which it is not, but it feels that it is me, and it wants to survive. Every being wants to survive in their body. This is called jijivisha. And so from this root identification with the body, that this body is sharir mehu, sharir, in our case, physical body, sukshma sharir, subtle body, karana sharir, causal body, and that Iccha is in the causal body. Causal and then subtle, it combines together, and then it shows up in the physical. Isn't it so? इसमें बहुत psychology है. But let's see if we can slowly understand what is suppression. Before we can understand suppression, these are the points to be very clear about. So suppression is where a person states, I have this Iccha. I want to eat that loaded pizza. I want to eat that loaded pizza with super supreme Pizza Hut pizza. I want that. But another part of the mind, another Iccha, says, no, this is not good for me. I have already gained so much weight, this and that, not good for my cholesterol, not good for this, not good for that, not good for so now there's a war going on. There is a battle of desires. In our Angel Wing program, we've talked a little bit about this at least. We're going to talk a lot about that next year. You're all invited to attend those on Tuesday evenings at 8 o'clock. Log in for that. You gain a lot, because I don't have time to cover those things here, obviously. Those are foundational ideas for this. But there's a battle inside. One desire, isn't it so? See the problem here. There's a battle inside. I have that, I see the advertisement for the super supreme Pizza Hut pizza, or I'm driving by, hunger is there. I want to have that thing, but the weight is already 30, 40 pounds overweight. Other things, so many things are going on. And so then another desire says, no, you shouldn't be eating that. You've eaten so much of this in the past. This is unhealthy. You have some salad instead. This goes on, right? This is a simple example. And there's a battle. The battle goes on inside. So somebody wins in this. Either the indulgence wins or the suppression wins, and both are a problem. If you indulge, okay, you enjoy that thing for the momentary thing, and then it causes weight problems, health problems, regret, emotional regret, self-blame, shame. And then on the other side, not having it. So let's say a person is strong to say, I'm controlling my desire. I'm not going to have it. So they don't have it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. After about 4 weeks or so, at night time, pizza shows up. Sapna avastha mein, in the dream state. Mind says, you're not giving it to me in the daytime. I'm going to pull up the memories of that and make you enjoy that at nighttime. We may have all had these kinds of experiences. क्या माइंड का क्या गेम है, देखने जैसी बात है ये, समझने जैसी बात है, क्या गेम चल रहा है inside the mind. And then it wants to enjoy it because the Iccha is there. Iccha has only been controlled. Karma indriyani samyamya ya aste manasa smaran indriyarthan vimudatma mithyachara sa uchyate. Gita chapter 3. It's not going to help. That both are a problem. The control is a problem, and that's indulgence is a problem. And this is where Ishwar Pranidhan comes into the picture. That the action that is performed, that to have maybe just a half a slice of pizza, finding out how much to experience, you have some certain amount, but to offer that to Paramatma and to eat that completely in the smriti of Paramatma, maybe one slice, maybe half a slice, and to be satisfied with that without indulgence and suppression. Can you do it? You see the trouble that happens. This is Ishwar Pranidhan. This is Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsita, Vritti Rupena Samsita, Bhakti Rupena Samsita. Iska sab meaning ye hai. This is one of its meaning. With the objects of the senses. Yes, we have hunger. People have done extreme things. Yogis and other so-called yogis have done extreme things to suppress, kill their desires. If you try to kill your Iccha, the Iccha will kill you. It will not work. The body, mind, senses are not given by Bhagavan so that we kill our Iccha. That's never going to work. It never has worked. It never will work. And that is not, human life is not to kill our desires. Human life is to transform our desires into divinity, into higher reality. It is the transmutation of Iccha. Iccha Shakti is damaged by suppression. It is damaged by indulgence. The body is damaged by both, in fact. Yeah, to some extent, certain kind of sadhana can be done. Okay, I'm giving up tea for 1 month. Okay, but even then, you may have given up the tea. Tea has not given you up. It's still living inside somewhere. And why to give it up also? What is the point of just giving up something? And maybe it is necessary to give up for some reason. But finding out what is the right interaction with the Panch Vishayas, putting a boundary that is a healthy boundary without suppression and indulgence. When we are able to understand this concept and then live in that with Ishwar Pranidhan, that the slice of pizza, sit with the slice of pizza rather than running after it. Close your eyes, take a mala, bring it home to that pizza, whatever, Om Namah Shivaya. Do 11 malas first before eating that pizza. Has anybody done that? We have ordered the pizza from DoorDash or Pizza Hut or I don't know, we make it at home or whatever. And we make it and our senses, mind has become bhog mein, wants to enjoy. Enjoy, no doubt. But that link the enjoyment with Paramatma. Alok baat. What happens in this? The mind becomes settled. We will discover that equanimity point where we can interact with the object, interact with the slice of pizza, experience it as a wave from inside. That is called urmi. It is a wave of experience, of enjoyment. But that wave of experience has a beginning, a certain height and a drop, and the wave is connected inside the smriti of Paramatma, rather than connected inside ahankar. I hope these points are clear. If we are connecting the wave with the ahankar, we will want more. I said, I want another slice, and I want to expand the enjoyment. It is possible to reach the maximum enjoyment through minimum level of interaction with the object. I'll give you an example. You have one slice of pizza. generally when we're just running after the Vishayas, we want to enjoy that experience and get to the point where we are destroying the desire for it. Have 2 slices, 3, and they say, I cannot eat any more now. That's it. So iski jo ichha thi, usko nash kar diya hai. By destroying desire, one is destroying the Shakti inside desire. And by doing that, now you have a wave of dislike. Said, I don't want to see this anymore. Get it out of my sight. That's a problem too. You see how tricky this is. Gita ki jo siddhant kya hai actually, and what is the internal yogic science? That when we are indulging, when we are experiencing, interacting with the object, there is the link with Paramatma, that this is a wave. Om Brahmarpanam. Brahmarpanam. Amazing. Absolutely tremendous baat hai. Once we can tune, how to do the sadhana, let's go to the sadhana. Have the piece of pizza with you. That's fine. Or whatever. Kadi, bhat, khichdi, whatever it might be. Whatever, the food is there. Leave it alone. Keep it warm. Keep it warm or warm it up later if you need to. Keep it in front of you. Keep a small murti of Radha and Krishna by the food. Ishta Devata. Mala lena. And sit for dhyan. Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om Aim Rim Klim Chamunda Vich. Diya karna. Make it into a puja, having that slice of pizza. Can we do it? Can we do it? This is how to discover that balance point. Otherwise, we'll never discover the balance point. Maya mein se koi nikal hi nahi sakta. Until this kind of sadhana is done. Devi ki murti rakhni. Diya karna. Radha Krishna ki murti rakhni. Hanuman jo ishte hai. Diya to hona hi chahiye. Have the food in front. Keep a tilak if you can, if you're not a widow. Widows are not supposed to do kumkum and all that. Mansik, there's some reason behind that. Don't worry about that too much. Don't get into all those things. I don't want to discuss that right now. But keep some tilak, some kumkum. Isko puja bana dena. If you make, in Gujarati we say dal, bhat, shak, khichdi, whatever your 4 or 5 items are made, keep it in the plate. Bhagwan ko offer karna. And then you have to offer it inside. So in external offering, there's certain kind of prarthana is done. But then before putting it in the mouth, take a mala, 108 times, mantra jap. Bring the mind stable, because the Iccha is running wild from inside. You've got to bring that Iccha into a synchronous state with the murti of Paramatma, with the mantra and murti, both. Bring it inside. This takes time. It might take 2 hours to actually eat 2 slices of pizza. And you will see the magic that happens in this. Magic kya hai isme? We will wind up eating exactly the right amount that the body needs. Exactly. By doing this. Because we are doing sadhana, we're asking Paramatma to stabilize the Iccha. Bhagwan comes inside that Iccha, and then the interaction, when we start chewing it, it is chewed and swallowed and tasted with a very stable. Of course, the experience is there, but one is not running after the experience to destroy the Iccha. That's what we're doing. We eat one slice, 2 slices. I'm just using the pizza example. It could be anything. And then we say, I'm so full, I cannot eat another. That means we have destroyed the Shakti. When we get to the point where I'm completely full, that is a problem. Because we have destroyed desire. Don't destroy desire. Keep it active and transform it. Destroying desire will lead to what is called saturation effect in the brain. And then now you're immediately going to run after something else, someone else, and that is an imbalance inside, destroying desire. It is called satiety. Satiety is there. You can have satiety with a limited amount by sadhana. It's a different kind of satiety. That's the word in medical sciences. Satiation. I want to feel satisfied. We don't have to eat 5 slices of pizza to be satisfied. Some people order the large pizza, they'll eat the whole pizza. Because of the internal poverty. Running after there's problems inside. That's why running after the objects to fill the problems inside. By the stimulation, quick stimulation, high stimulation, just to get to that point where there's trying to shut down the mind. Most human beings are trying to shut down the mind. Because there's so much agitation inside, they're using the sense objects to shut it down. Drug addiction is one, alcohol addiction is another, food addictions are there, but just normal individuals, in normal life, we're trying to do the same thing. And by doing that, one is trapped inside the oscillation effect and is damaging Shakti. Damaging the body, brain, mind, everything. भगवान का possible ही नहीं God realization इसमें. इसीलिए किसी को God realization होता ही नहीं because of this reason. कैसे होगा? We have not discovered that extraordinary inner balanced state by discovering the balance point and then remaining in that, where indulgence and suppression do not hold us anymore. Yes. रागद्वेष वियुक्तस्तु विषयान इंद्रियश्चरण. ये सब भगवद गीता श्लोक का ही exposition है. Amazing. But slow it down. When we're chewing the slice of pizza, Shri Ram, Ram, Krishna, Krishna, that bhav, that is an experience. And body needs food. Yes, you want to be, but you'll be satisfied. The right amount, maybe 2 slices, maybe whatever the right quantity will be eaten, because we are not overstimulating and the mind is already infused by the mantra Shakti. The mantra Shakti stabilizes inside of us, and because of that, the right amount of stimuli is there. And this is not just with food, it's with everything. How much to talk with someone, how much to exercise, how much to walk, how much to sleep, how much to think, everything comes into its right quantity. It comes into the right quantity. And when it stays when you've discovered this, then there is going to be the doorway into Sthita Prajna, into that beautiful state where there is Ananda. Because we have offered our desires at the feet of Bhagwan Shankar, at the feet of Devi, at the feet of the great incarnations of Paramatma. When we offer ourselves this way, that is called Sharanagati, Sharanam. This is called Pranidhan. Ishwar Pranidhan, not Vishaya Pranidhan. Human beings are in Vishaya Pranidhan. Vishay mein adhin, not Swadhin. Adhin meaning dependent. I have to have this, I have to have this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And then just running like a mad person in the sansar, as a blind person running after the Vishayas. Person becomes blinded by the attractions that are constantly present, and it damages Shakti. It is not to be blinded by the Vishayas, it is we can remain awakened inside the interaction of the Vishayas. इसमें जागृति होनी चाहिए. विषय का जो कांटेक्ट है, विषय का संबंध, शब्द स्पर्श रूप रस गंध, 5 पंच विषय through 5 senses, they remain. Be awakened. To awaken, but to awaken from inside, mantra sadhana, Bhagwan ki nishta, Bhagwan ka smaran, and from that recognizing the wave of the experience. The wave, it is called, it is called taranga. Taranga means wave. Every experience is a wave. We have a conversation with a good friend. How long can you talk to somebody? Let's say you have some friend that you have not seen for a long time. Maybe you get so excited, you hug each other, this and that. You start talking. And maybe they're staying with you for 3 or 4 days. short and sweet. If they start staying with you for 1 month, you'll have nothing to talk about. Keep interactions with everybody short and sweet. Don't overindulge in anybody, with anybody, and in anything. It will be a problem. Then fault will come. Finding faults will come. It's true with the objects of the senses. It's true with food and clothing and this and any kind of overindulgence. Stay away from that. And total suppression, stay away from that. Find the middle way. Buddha taught this. Buddhism ka point hi ye hai. Discover the middle way. But the middle way, the center point discovery, is one's own through connecting with Paramatma, recognizing the movement of the psychological, neuropsychological wave from inside, and that wave is generated by Shakti, that is powered by Shakti, so it needs to flow without damage to Shakti. It is called rejuvenation. We talked about these things. We're going to talk more about that next year, about self-mastery in the PTP program. Please join that if you can, because I don't have time to explain this in that much detail here. And because we are trying to go further into the Brahmic state. Our satsang picks up where Angel Wing leaves off. But please attend that if you can. It's at 8 p.m. on Tuesday evenings. Try to attend as many of them live as you can. Or listen to the audios later on, because those explains these ideas in much more detail. But in dekhne jaisi baat hai. And this is why humanity suffers, because of not realizing what is Iccha Shakti. Iccha Shakti ka kya mahima hai? Ye Bhagwan ne di hai Iccha Shakti, not to damage it, not to overindulge, not to suppress like crazy, not to cause problems for anybody. It is used to reach Paramatma while living in this world. कितनी सुंदर क्या शब्द है इच्छा शक्ति. इच्छा शक्ति, ज्ञान शक्ति, क्रिया शक्ति, स्वरूपिणी ललिता सहस्रनाम. In Lalita Sahasranam, Devi ka Mahima, it is one of the names in fact. Jnana Shakti, Iccha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Swarupini, वो स्वरूप है देवी का. और हम इसको डैमेज करते हैं, वो देवी का अपमान है. ये माता जी का, महाशक्ति का अपमान. हमारा जो अहंकार है वो देवी का अपमान करता है by doing this. Over indulgence and over suppression. And it damages it from inside. She is the Divine Mother. She always protects all of us. But she has given us, God has given us free will to try to utilize this will so that we can grow from inside the extraordinary power that needs to be used for bhakti, that Iccha Shakti transmutes into Akhanda Bhakti. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhakti Rupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namaha. क्या सुंदर, अद्भुत बात है ये. इसीलिए मंत्र साधना, नमः शिवाय मंत्र करना, आइम बीज मंत्र करना. Everybody should do आइम बीज mantra in the world. Buddhi will settle down. Wisdom will come. आइम साधना करना 108 times, दिया करना, ऐसी सब साधना. This is, here's the other point. If we don't keep attention on ourselves to do this, we are, Shankaracharya ji कहते, we are throwing our life away. Life is not to be lost inside the Panch Vishayas. Life is not to destroy the body by over amount of just renunciation. Too much renunciation. That some people are not doing that these days really, but there are those who have done that in the past. Maybe some sadhus are trying to do that. They just want to kill their desire. Desire is not given by God for it to be killed. If you have desire, that is a blessing to use it to go further. If you don't have any desire, that's a problem. It's a serious problem. Find out why that's happening and get treatment for it or whatever. Iccha is not there to be killed. Iccha is there to be uplifted. It is the fuel within Iccha. The Shakti within Iccha is utilized for bhakti. Iccha hi nahi hai. It's even vasanas. Vasanas have Iccha, meaning another word is vasana. Vasana has a lot of energy. Lalita Sahasranam also adores Devi as Vasana Shakti Namaha. वासना में जो शक्ति है उस शक्ति को नमन है. कितनी सुंदर बात है. वासना can bind the individual. But if you keep attention to the energy inside Vasana, that will become Sadvasana. That will go into Bhakti. Look at the Rishi Parampara. What they have written, what they have given the world. My God, it's unmatched, unparalleled. It is so extraordinary. You could analyze Lalita Sahasranam for hundreds of lifetimes and it would not be enough. Just this one word, one name. Om Shri Vasana Shakti Swaha Vasana Shakti Nama. Vasana kya hai? The embedded desires inside, wanting that experience, but there's energy in that. Us par dhyan rakhna. Iska kya karna hai? That is the wisdom, higher intelligence. That is where Iccha Shakti and Jnana Shakti connect together, which we will talk about tomorrow. We could go on. There's so much we can say. So beautiful. Itni sundar baat hai. And then the third is Kriya Shakti. If you're taking notes, write these three down. Iccha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Iccha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti Swarupini. When you combine the three together, that is Devi. When we are only focused on Iccha Shakti, we don't have Jnana, we don't have the right Kriyas, we don't have Bhakti, that is Maya. That is Agnan, Garbhavas, Lak Chaurashi, drowning in the sansar, only by focusing on Iccha, my Ahankar. ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. इच्छा शक्ति, ज्ञान शक्ति, क्रिया शक्ति, स्वरूपिणी. Amazing. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Let's stop here for now. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada. Om Shri Radha Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha. Durge Durge Rakshini Tha Tha Swaha. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Vicham Glom Hum Klim Jumsaha. Jwale Jwale Jwala Jwala Prajwala Prajwala Im Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche Jwalaham Sam Lam Ksham Phat Swaha. Om Navadurgaye Namaha. Om Mahalakshme Namaha. Om Shri Mahasaraswate Namaha. Om Rim 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 Swaha. All right.